It's Sunday at Martinsville. Bubba Wallace comes in third in points. He was the fastest car in practice the day before. This is literally one of his favorite tracks on the whole circuit. His crew had the car dialed in, sponsors on the hood, everything looking clean. By every single measure, this weekend was supposed to be a statement race for the 23 team. And then, in about 5 seconds, he wrecked 12 cars, dropped 8 spots in the standings, and somehow turned what was shaping up to be the best season of his career into one giant question mark. So yeah, we need to talk about what happened at Martinsville. Going into Sunday, Bubba is genuinely having a great year. Like, not great for Bubba, great, period. Third in the Cup Series standings. His team has been consistent, they've been executing, and people around the garage are starting to take them seriously as a contender. Saturday practice only added to that feeling. He goes out, puts down the fastest lap of anybody, and his crew is feeling confident. The car felt right. The track suited him. Everything was pointing toward a solid points day at minimum, maybe even a run at the win. Then Sunday morning comes, and it's just different. The car that felt like a missile on Saturday suddenly feels off. The balance isn't there. They're making changes, adjustments here, tweaks there, and nothing is sticking. Lap after lap, Wallace is stuck in the 15th place range, nowhere near where he expected to be, and you could just feel the frustration building inside that car. Because when you know how fast you should be, and the results aren't showing it, that gets in your head. And apparently, it really got in Bubba's head on Sunday. All right, so here's the moment. 74 laps to go. There's a restart, and Carson Hocevar, number 77, takes Wallace 3 wide into Turn 1. Now, if you don't know Martinsville, Turn 1 there is tight, like uncomfortably tight. 3 wide into that corner is already asking a lot, and Bubba did not appreciate it. You could probably guess that from what happened next. 2 laps later, another restart, and Bubba just snapped. He comes flying into Turn 3 and absolutely unloads on the back of Hocevar's car. Big hit. But here's the thing. Hocevar doesn't spin. There's a stack up ahead, so now they're both sort of stuck there. And instead of backing off, Bubba hits him again, then again. Just keeps driving into him over and over until he finally turns Hocevar completely sideways right in front of the field. What happened after that was just chaos. Hocevar spinning out sets off this chain reaction that runs the whole length of the front straightaway. Cars with nowhere to go, just collecting each other at speed. When everything finally stops, 12 cars are done. 12. Austin Hill, Eric Jones, Zane Smith, Connor Zeilish, Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek, McDowell, Herbst, Austin Dillon, all of them caught up in it. Both Legacy Motor Club cars taken out at the same time. It was genuinely one of the most destructive single moments of this entire season. Now, the Fox broadcast, they caught on immediately. Like, before they even showed a replay, Mike Joy is already hinting that something intentional just happened. And then Clint Boyer just goes, and I love this, yeah, he was mad. That's it. 3 words, done. Didn't need anything else. Then they roll the replay. And honestly, it looks even worse the second time around. You can clearly see Wallace pull down, throttle up, and just drive straight through Hocevar, multiple times. Kevin Harvick is on the broadcast too. And Harvick, who's not exactly known for sugarcoating things, just flat out breaks it down. He says you can see exactly when Bubba made the decision. He says that kind of aggression doesn't just happen by accident, that there had to be something building up leading to that moment. And then he basically says the same thing Boyer said. Bubba was mad, and that's what this was. Hard to argue with when you're watching the replay. So, here's how the day ends for both guys. Bubba's car is totaled. He finishes 36th, dead last. Trips to the infield care center, gets checked out. Thankfully, he's okay physically, but his race is absolutely cooked. Meanwhile, Hocevar, the guy who literally got bulldozed, somehow keeps his car together and finishes 17th. That's racing, I guess. What I found kind of wild is Hocevar's radio after it happened. He gets on and tells his crew he got destroyed, says he's frustrated, and then apologizes to them. The guy who just got wrecked is apologizing to his team, and one of his crew members responds by basically saying Wallace lost his mind out there. Then they tell Hocevar to refocus. He just goes, "Yeah, all good," and moves on. Honestly, handled it better than most people would have. After everything settles down, Bubba talks to Jamie Little from Fox. And look, I'll be fair here. He didn't come out guns blazing or anything. He said he didn't mean to wreck Hocevar. He admitted he wasn't happy about the 3-wide move earlier, but he said he just misjudged the corner, misjudged the center, and it wasn't intentional. And honestly, I don't think everyone's wrong for being a little skeptical of that, because when you watch the replay and you watch him hit the car once, then hit it again, then hit it a third time, it starts to be pretty tough to chalk all of that up to a misjudgment. But that's what he said. He also talked about how frustrating the whole day was, not being able to replicate Saturday's speed, feeling like he let his team down. You could hear it in his voice. It was a bad day all around, and it clearly got to him. The analysts came in pretty hard. Jeff Gluck basically said it might be one of the most head-scratching decisions of the year, and the reason is the timing. You're third in points. You're having the best season of your career, and you throw 8 spots in the standings in one afternoon. He went from 3rd to 11th in a single race. That's the part that makes people shake their heads. Jordan Bianchi echoed that and added something important. He said the frustration had been building all day, and that probably contributed to it, but it doesn't make it okay, especially when you haven't had a top 5 finish all year. You need every single point right now. You can't give them away like this. Kyle Petty was honest about it. He said, yeah, Hocevar is an easy target, and plenty of people in the paddock might say he had it coming. But Petty's point was that being taken 3 wide at Martinsville is just racing. That happens. That's not a reason to turn 12 cars around. Steve Letarte was one of the few who gave Bubba any kind of out, suggesting maybe it really was just too much throttle in a tight spot. Typical Martinsville stuff. And even Marco Andretti from the IndyCar world threw a little shade on social media about anger management, which when IndyCar guys are weighing in on your NASCAR moment, you know it's gotten around. Here's the part that makes this genuinely difficult for Bubba going forward, and it's something you can't really avoid talking about. This isn't new. In 2022, NASCAR suspended him for a race when he deliberately spun Kyle Larson at Las Vegas. They called it intentional retaliation. There was a physical confrontation after the race, too. His team didn't even try to appeal it. Then, in 2024, he got fined $50,000 for putting Alex Bowman into the wall on a cool-down lap at Chicago. So now we're here. 3rd incident, and it's the biggest one yet, in terms of both the damage it caused on track and the damage it did to his own season. That's the pattern people are pointing to, and when you lay all 3 of those out in a row, it becomes very hard to say it's just bad luck or bad timing. NASCAR hasn't done anything official yet. They're reviewing the footage, looking at the data, and given the history, a lot of people are expecting something to come down. What that looks like, fine, suspension, points penalty, we don't know yet. And the timing makes this worse because the series is off for Easter. Next race isn't until April 12th at Bristol. That means 2 full weeks of nothing to talk about except this. No new race to move the conversation along. This story just sits there.